My name is Dan Van Stralen. I live in a cabin on a remote island in the Canadian wilderness, and right now I'm honing my log cabin building and woodworking skills with the goal of buying my own piece of land and building my dream homestead. Follow along as I navigate through the many struggles and victories of an off-grid life. Ooh. Okay. Whew. That was a fun drive. Well guys, I'm going to be heading into town for a little bit today just to pick up a few things, and of course today is garbage day, which is usually the day when we get propane, do our garbage, get gasoline. But I'm also going to be heading into the post office because, as some of you guys know, about 2 days ago was my father's birthday, and since we are pretty remote up here in the north, the packages didn't arrive for his birthday, but they're here now. He still doesn't really know about them, so yeah, I'm gonna go pick them up, and then we can finally, me and my mom can finally give those gifts to my dad. So yeah, let's get out there. Man, wasn't that a beautiful fan boat ride? Like, absolutely stunning. Such a different feeling now that it's warm. Trying to get over the snowbanks. Now that it's warm up here, because it's been so cold for so long that I almost forgot what the ground looks like, and now you can actually see it. So when I was driving by on the fan boat, if you looked in the woods there, you could see, you know, pine needles and gravel and whatever else, which is a pretty good feeling. It's been a long time, and I've been looking forward to this warmer weather for a while now. Okay. Just realized what I actually drove over wasn't a snowbank like I'm used to. It was all my garbage and recycling bags. I had set them outside of the truck and then totally forgot to put them inside before I drove off. So I actually just had to run into the marina there and ask them to lend me some recycling bags, which fortunately they were there and they had some and were kind enough to give me them. So the day is saved. It always feels weird to come back into the Jeep or any vehicle really after being on the lake for a while. All of the machines that I've been used to recently have been open cab, like the fan boat or snowmobiles. So this feels quite nice in a relaxing seat. I'm warm. I couldn't ask for a better day to have to go into town. It's beautiful and sunny, and hopefully when we get in there we can see how the ice is doing in the bay, actually, because As you saw when I was coming through the Narrows, which is the spot in the lake where my dad broke through earlier this winter, there was open water on the sides of the channel, so it's not going to be too long until that's open water completely through again. And since the bay there has bigger waves, I'm interested to see on how much the breakup process has progressed up there. Let's go grab the packages. Well, it looks like only one of them came in so far, but from the feel of it, it's the one I was most excited for my dad to get, so we'll see. Hopefully it is. What a beautiful day. I think I overdressed. Sweating a bit. Well, it definitely looks like the channel's opened up quite a bit. There's some fully open water sections, but the ice is still pretty thick. So maybe in a few weeks it'll be open at least pretty far out into the bay. But hopefully that comes soon, because my favorite place to eat is currently closed because that boat you saw can't make it out to go fishing, and that's Herbert's world famous fish and chips. It is by far the best fish and chips of anywhere I've been, and I've had some pretty good places, but nothing quite compares to this. It's partially also the like the scenery. It's like you can see while you're eating in there the fishing boat head out and come back with fresh fish. So it's just, you know, it's always fresh, you know, it's always good. And they've been here forever, since I was born. Back in the day when I was really young, that before they had that building, it was actually just a food truck. It's been good since day one, and it still is. Now they got a big building so you can go in and eat. Really looking forward to having that again later this spring. Let's get back to the island. I enjoyed my little visit to town, but it's too beautiful of a day to spend over here. I want to get back to the island, start working on my cabin, and just enjoying this beautiful sunshine. This ooh, breaking through already. Fortunately, that's just a layer of slush, but still, probably got a few weeks at most, maybe even less, until it's starting to crack open when I drive on it. But it's quite the difference from like even a week ago. There's absolutely no snow on the lake anymore. I didn't want this to fly away, so I just put it under my boot, trying to vent it. Oh, wow.
Hooray!
See that?
Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys. Oh, wow.
Well, those are cool, eh?
Those are nice. Look at that, Lando. Wow. These are beautiful.
The boys picked that out for you.
Supple
Even
leather.
Pete.
No, aren't they cool? Because there's all the ones with designs and stuff, but that just looks so like comfy and classic.
I like the square toe.
And it's just all soft up top, you know, it's not stiff.
So nice out. We should put a couple lines out. You want to go fishing? It's nice and cozy.
Hello everybody. It's been a few days since I filmed. Right after that beautiful sunny day and the fan boat ride, I got pretty sick and have been bedridden for the past few days, but I'm feeling a bit better today, so I'm going to start working on the cabin again. Starting with the back log and 2 front logs. And then we're going to be putting in some windows, which we've been talking about for a while now. I'm finally going to be able to do it. I found these windows here, which are antique ones from the island, and I'm going to use them as a template for what I want the windows to be on the sides of the cabin here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use the exact window that's here or not, or if I'm just going to get one that's similar to it, but I do like the idea of using these antique ones, and I think with some like wood filler and a little bit of love, I could get these looking quite nice. I also got a new hatchet. My mother and father picked this up for me, which is amazing. It's a beautiful little hatchet, but it's almost a broad axe, like a bearded axe, which will definitely work a lot better for when I'm straightening out logs, or basically just working on logs in general. This has a lot more surface blade, and it's so light, and it just feels really good, so I'm excited to test this thing out. I think I decided that I was trying to figure out what I was going to use this cabin for, and the initial thought was a storage cabin, but then I remembered, I saw a clip of Forged in Fire, the TV show, and it kind of rekindled this dream I've had since I was young. And what I originally stated I was going to be using that cabin for was a blacksmith's forge. And I totally forgot about that. I was going to do it in here, and then I realized, this isn't a very fireproof room. And then I remembered, wait a minute, I'm building a cabin right outside with a gravel floor. What better place? So I definitely want to do that once this is constructed, completely finished, is I'll probably lay a bit more gravel, and then I just need to find an anvil. Everything else is, pretty easy. You can order it online, like propane stoves and stuff like that. I would love to do charcoal just because I love the charcoal making process, but I think for while I'm learning, it'd just be a lot easier and probably safer in that building to do propane. So yeah, all those pretty easy to find, all the tools pretty easy to find, but the one problem I'm having right now is finding an anvil. First of all, they're really expensive, but to find an actual good anvil is pretty hard. I'd love to find an antique one because they're just a lot better, generally speaking, than whatever's modernly made. But yeah, let me know, guys, if you find one that's a decent price, kind of in the Ontario province. And yeah, definitely let me know. But I'm just gonna grab all my tools, and then I'll meet you guys out at the build site.
Inches. So the halfway should be right at 75, right? Yeah. 1 inch. 60.
Should I mark that?
What's that?
Should I not mark that?
No, that's good. tiny bit here. Good. Perfect. Well, this is exactly one blade length off of here. Are these 2x6s about middle or not quite? It's not bad.
Well guys, that's really awesome to see. We got our first window frame in, and luckily my dad was able to come over and my mom as well, and we kind of worked on it as a family, which just felt amazing. You know, it's such a great experience to have. And it also was great because halfway through I really didn't feel well again, so I had to take a short break and they were able to get it up. Hopefully we can get the other one done, because this took a little bit longer than I thought. It's quite a big process of leveling and getting everything perfect. These are still placeholders, like I'll adjust them once we actually go to mount a window and a door, but it really just helps with getting the correct measurements of logs and also getting the logs up, like I've mentioned before on the channel. And it just looks so good. But I really want to get the back and side logs up, because from there on I can start adding logs to the window frame as well, and also there'll be half logs. So let's get that done. Well everybody, it looks like winter came back to bite us in the butt. Just as I started to get the log marked out, it started downpouring with snow. And I just quickly moved all my tools inside and my cameras, because this is very wet snow. Like, it doesn't really hang around too long on your clothes or anything, since it's a little bit warmer. And it's just not good for all my metal tools and my cameras. So I was really excited for spring. But something about seeing the snow like this really made me thankful to see this again. Hopefully we'll get a couple more snowfalls like this before spring officially arrives, because I don't think it can get much better. I think winter definitely is the most beautiful time of year up here. There's just something so majestic and wild feeling about seeing the lake, or not seeing it really, having your vision obscured by falling snow. And it really is just great. As I'm sure you guys have been able to notice, the sun is staying up a lot later than a couple months ago. It's usually around this time it'd start getting kind of dark, but it's still up there. It's also a lot higher. Let me tilt the camera. Usually it would kind of like crest right below the trees, so we wouldn't get much sunlight at like 3, and it'd get dark around like 4:50. but now it's getting dark around like 7-ish, 6:47, and we're getting a lot more sunlight because the trees aren't blocking the sun anymore. So I'm just heading out to tilt our solar panels up to try and get as much sunlight for the batteries as we can. You can see before we had them on a really aggressive angle because there's a lot of trees over here, but not so much over here. So only for about 3 hours during the sunrise were we able to get light on these earlier. So we'll just tilt them. We'll still keep them on a bit of an angle, but something like that should work. Bit off the tip on that side, like on the other side of the wall, and then I need to get my chisel and knock out one piece here. I mean, it's tight on the log at least.
Yeah, I think it's good.
What a day. Beautiful sunset. Nice chilly weather. Couldn't really ask for more, and then I come back into a warm cabin by my fireplace, in my rocking chair with a good book. This is why I love this place so much. Well, feeling a bit better today, guys. Hopefully by tomorrow, whatever I caught will be fully gone, and then I can really start making some progress on that cabin build. There's a couple other things I really want to start doing now that the weather's getting a little bit warmer, which is both happy and sad, which is I really want to start collecting some maple sap to make some maple syrup. I think that would be really fun to get a couple jars of that if possible, and then maintaining the cabin build progress. Hopefully now that the windows are up, it will be quite a bit faster since I won't have to spend so much time manipulating such large logs by myself. And yeah, that will be great. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do as far as like filling in the gaps of the logs. I saw that James Alofs from the Wild Homestead YouTube channel did something with like this almost cement looking mixture, but like mortar. So he used the moss, the oakum, and then put some sort of mortar over, and I really liked the look. I'll have to do some more research to find out exactly what that is, but I think something like that would look pretty cool, and would definitely fit the whole blacksmith forge sort of vibe. So I'll do more research into that. If any of you guys know more about it, please let me know. And then there's some other projects around the cabin and the island that I started to notice, so we'll work on that as well. But as always, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know I was kind of sick through half of it, so yeah, I hope you guys will excuse that. But I'm feeling a lot better and ready to get on with most of the projects. So make sure to stay tuned for next week's video. As always, they post around 8 a.m. every Sunday. And make sure to leave more comments. Last video I had lots of very useful comments, and I really enjoyed hearing from you guys and your suggestions. If you guys have any tips or tricks for cabin building or just off-grid life in general, or if you just have any suggestions of things you'd want to see on the video, please leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. And as always, a big thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my Patreon channel. Your support really means a lot, and it helps me to be able to keep doing what I love doing and bringing you guys new content each week. And as always, I will see you guys for another adventure next time.